What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are yet again out here at the fallout shelter, and we're hopefully about to make a ton of progress on this thing. I know I might still sound a little sick. I feel great, still coughing a little bit. Other than that, I am doing amazing. However, there are a ton of snakes up here, so we have to be careful. Most of them, however, are just garter snakes, so nothing we have to worry about. However, I'm sure somewhere up here there's a few that we do have to worry about. Let's just leave it at that. So, now that I've walked all the way to the other side of this little island, let's get started here. I'm probably gonna set up a little time lapse over here just while I run and get some sticks and stuff to fill in these walls, because I'm honestly sick and tired of being at the stage. I want to get some more stuff done. I want to do some bigger, better things with the shelter. You know, maybe finally put a roof on it, finish the walls completely so they're not just open holes like that. I don't know, but I want to get some other stuff done. Actually, I'm going to stop you guys right there. If you could all do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button down below, that would really help out a ton. I think I set a new goal of reaching 1,000 by the end of the year. These videos usually get around 1,000 views, so if every single one of you subscribe, you know. So we've only put 2 in, but I just thought about something that could actually kind of save my life. So we're going to do that real quick. I'm going to go grab a tree and meet you guys right back here. Alright, so what that thing is, just a little stick with a point on the end. Some would call that a spear. I don't know. But I found one that actually has this little Y here. I'm just going to sharpen both of these. What I'm going to use this for is, before I grab a tree or something that's covered in a ton of brush, I'm going to poke this in there, make sure there's no snakes. Why risk it, you know? I've never felt sympathy for a spider. I just watched one run on top of a massive ant bed. Fire ants. Yeah, I bet the rest of his day ain't gonna go too well. So, one story from my childhood that I think about anytime fire ants come up. My grandpa was a crazy old man, like the good kind of crazy, not the loony kind of crazy. He's actually not even old. He's only like 60. Anyway, that's besides the point. One time there's some fire ants he needed to be dealt with, so he gave little 5-year-old me a blowtorch and a lighter and said, "Have at them." So needless to say, I went over there, decimated those fire ants, and said, "Ha, you're really fire ants now." That was horrible. The joke. I mean, that really did happen, but there's a really long dead standing over here I'm about to just kick down. It's going to be so awesome, but you guys will never see it. I'll tell you if I get it in one kick. I did. I've been out here for 36 minutes. Past 10 of those, I've been looking for another stick. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I could find some more, but I have another idea. I think we will be okay doing this idea. There's only one way to find out. Now, what that idea is, spread these sticks out a lot more. I mean, you can already see there's a big gap in between all of them. But next step, that shouldn't really matter. My next step wasn't going to be the next step that we're taking now, next. Are you keeping up or not? But it should be okay. We'll just have to kind of go with the flow, I guess. So I'm going to move these out just a little bit more. We should be able to finish all the walls with what we have. I don't know. So there we go. There is all of our walls framed out. Oh, looking nice. So for the next stage of our walls, what we're going to do is find the thickest, fullest trees that we can, and just stick them in between all of our, what in a house wall would be our stud, you know. So let's go find some of those. I want them to be like this one, perfectly straight, pretty much. Ah, I got something in my eye. Ow. Anyway, perfectly straight, and right up at the top, it really branches out. Gets full, but as you can see, the branches don't go like that way, this way, like every which way. They just are flat. That's perfect. I'm gonna set you guys up right here behind me, or maybe beside me. And let's take down this behemoth. The knife, since I sharpen it, works amazing. I have no idea how this thing's still standing, and it fell. So, let's pull her down here. All right, there we go. All right, now we have to go measure how tall it needs to be exactly, and then we'll cut it off there. Put this in here. Look at that. Yummy. Eat some of it. Ugh. I don't know what's wrong with me. Don't ask. Ugh. All right, let's see. If I cut it off here, that'll actually be about perfect. And something to note, it don't have to be the leaves, because the leaves are just going to dry up and fall off eventually anyway. We just want all the branches. All right, I kind of got it in there. I knocked over a lot of the sticks, so knocked over a lot of our sticks. So, but I can show you guys kind of what I'm doing here. I'm weaving them around the sticks that actually, I'm weaving them around all the other sticks. That's just going to make the whole thing a lot stronger. Okay, I think that's pretty much done. Go find another one and do it all again. Well, you guys are probably going to sit here, but it appears I lost my knife. And I've looked everywhere for it, so maybe we're not going to get another tree. Like, I'm going to flip you guys around. The last thing I remember doing with it was sticking it in this tree. That's, okay, look, see, it's just above my head. I remember sticking it down here. So that was the first place I looked, and whenever it wasn't there, I don't know, I guess that's really embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. I'm cutting the camera. Alright, so I did actually cut the camera there. I didn't plan on it, and then I did, so yeah. Went ahead and took a lunch break, and got our second little tree put in here. Yeah. Not really much else to do now except repeat that a lot more times. Probably, let's see, 1, 2. We're going to need one more in the middle here at least. And then 1, 2, 3, probably 4 on this back wall, and then 3 more over there. And so 7, 8. We're going to need 8 more of those. I guess let's just get to it. I'm honestly not even looking for a tree. I'm just walking around, enjoying the day. For this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Beautiful out here, man. Beautiful. But I guess we should get back to work here. Oh, there you go. This little guy, we can take him. I mean, he's only got branches going out this way. Honestly, it's kind of okay. Take him back over here. So I'm gonna put this one like, yeah, right here in the middle. Maybe off to the side a little bit, about there. And we'll get it all weaved in. Guess I can stand you guys up. Well, I stood the camera up and apparently I hit the stop recording button, so, stopped. But I got this one all weaved in. I mean, I can do it again, I guess. Ta-da! So this wall is complete for now. We're going to take a break from doing that because the inside of the shelter has a ton of branches and logs and just junk that I'm probably going to end up tripping on at some point. So we're just going to take it all out of here. Move you guys out here for a quick little cleanup time lapse. A lot of this wood, a lot of it can actually be saved for firewood. Some of it like this. This is a living branch. We're just going to throw it away. Like this. Perfect. Nice and dry piece of wood. We're just going to set it over here at the fire pit. All right, let me actually give you guys a quick little tip here. So I'm going to be keeping these at the fire pit, but here's the thing. You can't burn wet wood. Well, I mean, you can, but it's way harder. So you want to keep them dry. And if you notice, I currently have no way to keep them dry out here, but I do. They'll be out in the open, but if we just take these, stick them up like so, that's going to stay dry. And like, yeah, the outside might get wet, but the water's just going to run right off of it, and it's not going to actually absorb into the wood. So I'm just going to kind of prop all these up here, like so. Everything that I want to save for firewood, I'm just going to prop it up, make sure it stays nice and dry. The same thing applies, like if you ever hear people say, we need to find some dead standing, or I was going to find some, but I don't really think there is any. Well, this kind of is. But you can see it's a dead piece of wood, but it's standing. So it's, well, was standing. So it's nice and dry. I could take this to the fire and it would light up pretty easily. But let's move over here just a few feet to this piece. This is laying on the ground. It's soggy, it's wet, and it's rotten. This is not going to burn very well at all. So just a quick little tip for any of you guys who don't know. Honestly, could save your life. And there we go. Much cleaner now. Let's go ahead and do this back wall and then probably wrap it up there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just going to set you guys here. Walk back in there, find a tree, and come back. Actually, I think this one right here looks pretty good. Maybe this one. All right. There we go. I think it's a little on the tall side. I cut it like halfway up, but it's still tall. So I'm going to cut it probably right around here. That should be about right. Ah, they got top heavy. Ugh. Okay, yeah, that's better. I'm almost certain I'm going to knock these down whenever I put this in. So far, so good though. Nothing's fell yet. Now, it's where it gets tricky. Well, I've made a big gap right here in the middle somehow. That is a pretty good tree, I ain't gonna lie. We might get away with only doing 2 more on the side. I thought we'd need 4. Let's go get another tree now. Enjoy the relaxation, my friends. We don't have palm trees around here, so it's the best I can do. Alright, I guess let's put this one on this side. So I think we're going to stop here. We actually got a lot done. It might not look like it. We only put up 4 of these. Well, no, we actually did 5 of them. But we only have to put like 1 more in the back and then some more over there. And then the frame of our walls will be done. We'll start filling them up with thatching and stuff. So yeah. For today, I think, yeah, we're just going to end it here. Also, leave your guys' ideas on roof design and what to do with this front here. So we can't just leave it open. I'm thinking, I already have this little stick thing in place here. I think my door is going to be on this side, and we'll just somehow frame up a wall over here, and it'll be just like all these other walls. I don't know though. I don't know. I'm glad we finally got a lot of progress made. I mean, like you can actually tell this is meant to be something now. So if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. Whoa, almost fell. Consider subscribing, drop a comment down below of what you'd like to see next. And until next time, bye.